Hi guys, welcome to another 5 Photos with Jordan. That's me. And we're in the car again. Ta-da! I promise tomorrow we're gonna get out of the car, but right now we're hunting for some owls. I'm gonna try to take some nice photographs. I'm really hoping to find a snowy. It'd be a pretty big bonus. And right now I have my 150 to 600, my adapter, and the Sony a7R III. So we're just gonna go see what we can find and hopefully get some cool photos. So the first thing we found was this beautiful red fox. Honestly, he was stunning. We followed him. He was great. He let us just sort of tag along. I was having major issues with focusing because there's a feature where when you're in manual focus mode, you can adjust your focus and it would jump in 10 times. So that, I'm sure, is great for situations, but for shooting this fox, it was a nightmare, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off for a while. Like I said, the camera's new to me. It was so irritating. So I Googled it, eventually was able to turn it off. He was so chill. We had probably crossed 3 fields, just bopping along, and gave me plenty of time to fix my settings. So lucky. That rarely happens. I did eventually get some pretty good photos, so I'm sure we'll show you one of them, and it was fun watching him. He just pranced along. At one point, he was just booking it across the field. He stopped once to hunt, and he jumped twice, and he got some grub. I'm guessing he was probably some sort of little mouse or rodent, and he had a great time with that. Hopped the road twice. He got within probably 2 feet of our car. It was a really fun experience. Then eventually, some other cars found him too, and then he kind of scampered away off into a field where we couldn't follow him anymore. But for my first time shooting a fox, I'd say I'm pretty lucky because that was really fun, and he was beautiful and super chill. Didn't mind us. It was great. This is how the shot turned out. I'm pretty fond of it, I'm not going to lie. It's very my style. Him being out in a wide open field was perfect. There's nothing to obscure the animal or distract from him. It's just the animal. You can focus on him and his movements and how beautiful he was. Even though it was really, really tough getting the shot, simply because my focusing was all out of whack, and trying to autofocus on him was hard because he was, I was shooting at 600 millimeters, so it's just, there's a lot going on, but I'm glad we stuck it through, and I'm glad I got the shot. So, basically we followed him for about an hour and had pretty good success with some photographs. So, remember at the beginning of the video when I was saying, I want to find a snowy owl? We did. We did find a snowy owl. We also found this super cute little barred owl. Ultimately, I'm working with somebody on capturing the snowy owl and kind of saving it for them and for that post and for the little project that we're doing together. So I'm not going to show that in this particular episode. Maybe we'll do something later on with it, but he's eventually going to get posted. And that was a really great experience too. So on top of that owl, though, we did find this barred owl, and he's so cute. So I just thought we'd throw his little portrait in there, and I love him, and he was a total surprise, kind of came out of nowhere, but we got a good photo. So it was a great day. Day 2 of our little adventure. We're at Wisconsin Point. It's like -5 out, but a little more with wind chill. And there's a lighthouse we're gonna go shoot. And hopefully we'll see some sea smoke. Woo! It was so cold. Our car said -5, but wind chill, I think it was -20 or 25. I'm lucky I have a heated jacket and rabbit fur gloves, because that would have been pretty unbearable, I think, if we weren't super prepared with tons of heating packets and snow pants and whatever. It was moody. It was just as moody as I had hoped it would be. I like the blues. I like the mood. I like the red in the lighthouse. There are things I would change about it, but with the weather and having other photographers there, I like the results that we got. I think that you can always do better, so it's hard to critique yourself sometimes, but I think there were things that I could have changed, but honestly, I'll put it on my Instagram. I like it. It's a fun photo, and I had a great time taking it, so that's all that matters, right? Part of the reason I think Minnesota is so great is all the different textures you get in the winter. So this was just water splashing up, making an ice shelf, splashing up, making a shelf. It was just different shelves, and then the wind blowing snow across it. The shelves caught a little bit of snow. So it's just a texture. It's just a Minnesota weather sort of wintry thing, but I find it very beautiful, and I like taking photos of all that sort of snow and ice and like tundra sort of stuff. I just think it's fun to photograph, and I think people like seeing what Minnesota does in the winter. That was fun. Got a few shots. Hopefully they're nice and moody, like I think they will be. Now we're going to go up the Minnesota side of Lake Superior to Split Rock, and there is sea smoke, so fingers crossed the light will hold out long enough and it won't be so harsh. Maybe we can get a shot of the lighthouse. I don't know. We'll find out. We shall see. Also yesterday, we ran to Best Buy and bought a microphone, so my voice should be just bright and clear on whatever you're watching this video. It should just be beautiful. Also, fingers crossed that it works. Okay, so the sunlight is pretty harsh, but there is sea smoke, and we're going to really try and figure out something, even if it's not like a big landscape. Maybe like some icicles or something cool. We'll just see what we can do.
Alright, so what's up?
So the light is so harsh right now that nothing really looks cute. It all just looks like a big garbly tree cliffy lighthouse. Not a mess, but there's a little too much going on right now with the light. That's all right. It's still pretty. We'll enjoy our day. It's a fairly rare occurrence. It does happen every winter, a few times usually, but when it does happen, it's something super exciting for me. I love it. It's kind of a unique photography experience that not everybody gets the pleasure of enjoying. It's also very extreme conditions, so some people who could enjoy it simply don't want to because they are miserable. But I love it. Okay, so location number 3. This is in Two Harbors, Minnesota, and it's just this little breakwater lighthouse that gets shot a lot, but it's really fun to shoot when there's sea smoke. Right now the light's super harsh when you're actually out on the breakwaters, so we're shooting from this location because there's a nice layer of sea smoke, then there's a lighthouse, then there's a really cool wall of sea smoke, and the light kind of makes it all bright and pops. The lighthouse, the Two Harbors Lighthouse. It's just a classic. I don't know, you can't go wrong with it. It's a great little spot to shoot. And I'm really glad that I was able to take this shot with the sea smoke. Like I said before, just kind of special conditions that not everybody gets the chance or opportunity to shoot in. Especially a lighthouse. Especially a lighthouse way out in the water. It's unique and fun, and I really like taking photos like this, and I think the more you do it, the more fun you have, because you progressively know what to take and how to frame and where you should be at, and it's a blast. It's fun, and I'm glad this photo turned out nicely. Alright guys, so after the lighthouse, we did wrap it up. The light got super harsh, we had got so many great photos already, and we had a lot of things we wanted to come home and do, including shoot a few extra bits for this video and edit the photos, get everything put together and posting it. And then we just figured we'd come home, get everything done. We're super tired and exhausted, but we're really happy. We didn't sleep a whole lot, but it was totally worth it. Thanks so much for following along on this little journey of ours. There will be many more to come, and hopefully this one is a tiny bit less cringy than the last one. My hope is that each video will be progressively less cringy, but honestly, we're so new at this that we're just gonna keep doing it until we figure it out. We're having so much fun with it, and hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're getting things out of this. Hopefully I'm not too boring. Maybe I am. I'll just get better. But thanks guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you have any comments, please leave them for us. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in.